What's up? I don't know who this is, but welcome. Thank you for joining. Get this box up here. We'll probably wait like 5 minutes, and if other people join, awesome. If not, I'm going to get started with unboxing anyway. But how I usually like to start off, and I'll probably actually edit some of this out. But if you want to ask me any questions, like an FAQ style, anything about life, who I am, where I'm from, all that type of stuff, happy to answer. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining. And like I said earlier, if you have any questions about me in general, I like to kind of start off these live streams with any FAQs that you might have if you've been following the channel for a while, want to know anything about my life, any random questions, feel free. More than likely, I'll be editing kind of this first portion out, but I'll usually wait like around 5 minutes before I start the unboxing. I am drinking my coffee right now. Actually, hold on. I'm going to bring out some of my other Off-White things just to show people. Give me 1 second. Any questions you have for me? More than happy to answer anything. One of the streams I actually found out like somebody that was one of my subs grew up in the same town that I was in, which is kind of cool. We'll wait 2 more minutes. What are these guys? That's cool. Feel free to answer the poll as well. I think it was the second day. So it was, I think, Tuesday. It actually took quite a bit before it came back. Sorry, before it shipped. I think it shipped on Friday and it hit on Tuesday, which usually with sneakers they typically ship the next day for me, and I usually get it within a day or two after that. So I was expecting them on Friday, and I didn't get them till today. So I just got them today, which is why I didn't schedule this earlier. Did you hit at all or no? I guess not. While we're waiting for people, I'll wait a couple more minutes. While we're waiting for people, I might as well just kind of show you guys what I have. Figured I'd show you guys the other kind of Off-White things that I have. I have this. Which one's this one? I still have the Blazer. I actually haven't opened this in probably like, I don't know, probably over a year. I haven't worn these at all. They're now part of the collection. But thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. But this was the Blazer. I actually paid resale for this. One of my first resale pairs ever. It has aged a lot. Look at that. This is completely aged. It used to be kind of almost like completely clear, almost completely yellow now. Most of the foam is it used to be blue. Now it's completely that color, which is kind of crazy. But this is one of 2 other pairs I have from Off-White. I've never actually hit on any Off-White pairs up until up until now. Every other one I've actually paid for resale, but I only have 2 pairs. These are so expensive. That's also my favorite pair too. The second pair I have, I haven't seen these in over a year or two. I don't know what these look like now. These are actually not as bad as I thought. The soles are still pretty blue. I kind of expected those to be more yellow, but on this side they are pretty yellow already. And then same as kind of the Blazers. This used to be kind of a very clear color. I actually really like these Age 2. I don't know how much. I just don't wear them enough because, like, I don't know, they've just become such a collection piece. And I'd say that for the most part, a lot of the off-white things I don't love. So the fact that I have these are awesome. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but the new pairs probably don't come with this many. But this is all the shit that used to come with all the 10. And then obviously the hang tag. But those are the 2 that I have outside of this Dunk pair. But I'll start with unboxing now. I don't want you guys wait too long. Give me 1 second, and let me put this away. All right, let's start this unboxing. So it comes in this typical Nike box. Not going to show this one off. I scribbled off my my address. I actually kind of like them without the blue too. The fact that they've aged like that looks really awesome. Maybe I'll put them back to my rotation. Like I said, I really haven't looked at those sneakers in almost like a year. So I didn't realize they would look that good still. All right. So I've never had another pair of these. So you guys are literally watching this as I am doing it. So this is the Off-White box. It's very different than the 10 box that I have. Let me look at it real quick before I start talking too much. All right. So there's obviously a huge DIY aesthetic. You know, it looks like a drawn-in Sharpie with the Nike symbol. There's these holes. They're actually not. They're not real holes. They have plastic underneath. I'm sure you can kind of hear that. I think it's kind of interesting to make it kind of more DIY is they have this kind of label here, kind of the stitch together. I think the purpose of this is to kind of make it more of like a stitched together kind of DIY type look. And then you have this fake. It'd be kind of cooler if they actually use regular tape or real tape. But there's this kind of fake black tape that are on the sides here. Let me see what else there is. Oh, sweet. I didn't know that this existed. So this is, as most people know, this is one of 50 pairs that were released. The first one being white pair with silver, and then the 50 pair being 50, being black and having a silver swoosh. The idea behind it is number 1 is all white and number 50 is black. And between 2 and 49, I'm sure there's all a marketing gimmick, but between 2 and 49, it's all the shades of gray. And so that's why they have all these different gray type colors with all these types of different color blockings of the laces, which we'll see in a second. And it looks like they marked off the lot that I got. I don't actually, I think 13 is actually the one I wanted. I think there's 50 different colorways. So it'd be interesting here. I don't know. Do you guys see anything else that's on here that I don't see that is worth mentioning? I don't think so. There's just more holes everywhere else. All right, so here we go. On the inside here, just so you guys see what that looks like on this side, it's just it's actually cut out of pieces of plastic. And this is a orange tissue paper, and it says 2021. I don't know what Y 1985 stands for. If you guys know anything about this tissue paper, let me know. But also, if you guys have any questions, just hit it in the chat. Here's more of the tissue paper. And there's more tissue paper. And here is the Dunk. I think this is the actual pair that I wanted. Yeah, maybe is the Dunk from 1985? I feel like I don't remember. I don't remember when the SB Dunks were released. But this is the Dunk. This is made out of a hairy suede on the gray panels. I think there's other different types. I don't know if you guys know. I know there's different types of materials that they utilize with the gray. I think this one is there's like 10 of them with gray suede. There's like 10 of them with I think leather. I think 10 of them with another kind of paneling. But I can't remember. But this is all hairy suede over here. In the middle over here, you have white leather, and that white leather feels pretty good. It doesn't feel expensive in any way, but it definitely feels better than the plastic Dunks that have released over the last year. A lot of the dunks that I got have just been terrible, terrible quality, and I can't even fathom paying resale for a lot of them. But the obviously differences on the materials are the gray areas, and then you have the other things that are different between the 50 pairs. Oh, I hope that's not Corona. Usually those get edited out in the videos. The overlace is made out of habanero red, I believe. Right? Is that right? Yeah. That's right. So the official colorways on here are red, which is the overlace, and then there's Viole, which I believe is a purple. So the hang tag is this really kind of like deep purple color, and also the tongue itself is that deep purple over here, and it's got this hole here. I don't know how I feel about that. It feels a little inappropriate. But that's the dunk. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So there's this overlace here they can utilize. I don't know where do people tie this? I don't even know, because there are the regular white laces over here, and on the other side over here you have the made in Beaverton, Oregon, which is pretty typical of any off-white, and that is done in a silver imprint. And then you have a yellow-orange hang tag, which is over here. I think the hang tags are also different colors on all the different pairs. And finally, the kind of lot number that's tagged on over here, which is obviously give it that DIY kind of sample perspective, and that's kind of done in a tie dye, I guess greenish, all different types of shades of green over here. And this is number 13 out of 50. I'm going to see what else is in the box before you guys head out. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty quick unboxing. If you guys don't ask any questions about the shoe itself. I'm trying to think. There's nothing else. There's actually no other extra laces. There's none of that. It's just the other shoe over here, and that all looks pretty much all the same. But I do really like this pair. Like some of the other pairs with like yellows and things like that, I don't really love. But I actually think this is a pretty wearable pair. And what's kind of interesting about this is if you actually take out the overlace, it's a pretty nice looking dunk. It's just going to be the gray with the purple, and I think that itself actually is really, really nice. So I actually might end up doing that. We'll see. We'll see. And I really wish kind of Off-White and Nike would have given us different lace colors over here as well. It'd be cool to have like another besides white, but it is what it is. But this is the last look before I do a full review. I haven't tried these on yet, and like I said, I haven't had a pair of these in a while. I'm actually still waiting for another SB Dunks. I actually got another SB Dunks. I'll answer that in a second. From Para, that's on its way from StockX. It actually had issues with it because they didn't authenticate the first pair, so I've been waiting for almost like 3 weeks for them to authenticate another pair. Hopefully those come in soon because I really want those more than anything, even more than these. But no, I did open sneakers quite a bit actually as soon as they kind of announced how you were going to get exclusive access. So I just started watching all the videos. I clicked like on everything. I mean, like I order a lot of stuff from sneakers in general. A lot of times, like from the review. A lot of times I actually have sneakers from sneakers that you guys don't see reviews on. So there is a lot of activity there, but I would say that for the most part with sneakers, I don't hit on anything. It's pretty rare for me to get any of the nice things. I mean, obviously the Travis Scotts I don't have. This is probably the first real exclusive pair that I got in the last probably like 12 to 18 months, I'd say. I can't remember any other one where I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I got this pair. I've gotten some from raffles from Kith. I got some raffles from SNS and some others, but for the most part, it's been really, really hard. It's been really hard for me to get any pairs of sneakers. That's actually like why I've been reviewing less, just because it's I don't know, it's such a hard game, and unless I'm willing to pay resale, and I mean I'm looking at the other shoe tubers that are kind of really, really honing in on the resale to get the first reviews out. It's gonna be really hard for me to compete just because their channel's a lot bigger. But like pretty much no one can get sneakers anymore. So it's been really, really interesting to kind of like see where we're at in this kind of world. I'm probably going to be releasing content in the near future about kind of how shitty the sneaker game is with more opinions. I kind of had a series that I wanted to do called Hot Take. And then there's another series I'm thinking of doing, which I'm going to probably name Sneak Attack, which is all about kind of the sneaker industry and really how shitty it is to be part of it sometimes. But no, I did watch all the stories and things like that. I think whoever got exclusive access was honestly super random. I definitely know people that don't interact at all, and they definitely got pairs. And so a couple other people joined, and so I'll just keep talking while people ask questions with the shoe here because it's they probably want to see it. And just to reiterate, this is the habanero red, which is that overlace, and the purple color, which is on the inside, which is on the tongue. I believe the U.S. notifications all went out at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and I think I don't remember if I believe the EU or at least the UK, those got released around 9 a.m. Britain time or London time. So I think that's around the time. I don't know. I think Tokyo was the other place that these were released at in Korea. I don't know what times those guys were released, but in the US, it seemed like 12 p.m. Do you guys know if they're still releasing? Because I know that they said they were going to release for several days after. I don't know how many days after. It'd be interesting to know if like there's still people hitting on exclusive access. But these were actually going a lot more than I expected, and they're more rare than I expected. I kind of expected a lot of people to get exclusive access, but it seems like a lot of people want them. Oh, I actually forgot to pull these out. They also have the shoelaces, which I haven't seen in a while. Are people still getting them this week? I normally check Reddit to get like a pulse on what's happening, but I haven't heard anything about this week. I haven't seen people pissed off or happy this week, but I have people pissed off about the resale portion. I don't know. I just got super lucky. I haven't gotten any. Like I said, I haven't gotten anything. I was hoping to get the Travis Scotts, which I don't love, but you know, as a collector, I would love to just have a pair of them, and they're way too expensive from a resale perspective for me to go after. Any other questions, guys? Whether it's about the shoe or myself, feel free. If not, then we'll be signing off in a minute or so. All right. I guess I'll call it if there's no other questions. Retail was, I believe, 150. I think it was 150. Luca, I mean, to each their own. I think they're cool, but I can see that. I don't really actually love the original ones that released with the hunter green ones that have the overlaces as well. I think these are not as bad just because these to me seem a lot more neutral. Yeah. Even retail was a lot more expensive than the rest of the dunks, which are typically around $100 retail. And I'm definitely wearing. I don't typically resale unless like I really don't like the sneaker because honestly, like it's so rare for me to get a sneaker nowadays anyway. So if I do get a pair, I typically will wear them. But I do like kind of like cleansing of the closet. So right now, I think I have like 8 or 9 pairs up on either eBay or StockX, not StockX or Goat, as used pairs. Mainly because like I don't know what else to do with them, so I just kind of like need to make room in my apartment to store them. That's Luca. The whole point of these whole Off-White collection is pretty much that. Yeah, that red band is also kind of something that like I talked about earlier on this kind of stream that I might possibly just take off because the rest of the sneaker kind of looks cool with the purple lace and the neutral gray. So we'll see. I don't know how much I love that. I'm definitely not. Definitely am not wearing it with this hang tag. I don't understand people that do. I see it all the time, and all I have is nothing but judgment. This is actually different than the other hang tags. I'm just seeing it now. You can't really see it. It almost looks like reflective. It does say lot 13 of 50 in really, really dark black. And it doesn't have like kind of the care of Beaverton, Oregon, or anything like that on there. So that's kind of weird. Are all the new hang tags like this? I don't know. All right. Thank you guys. I'm gonna call it. If there's no other questions, definitely if you guys are here randomly, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to continue the conversation, you can always follow me on Instagram. I'm not that active on Instagram from a picture posting perspective, but if you guys ever want to chat, it's instagram.com/mysqueakers. All right, thank you guys, and hopefully the next live stream is going to be of the Para SB Dunk. I'll probably be able to schedule that ahead of time as opposed to these, which I didn't know when they were coming in. And I will have a full review coming out in the next couple of days after getting some wear out of these. Thanks, guys. How do I stop the stream? There we go.